And so I just want to share something with you real quick of how sports pertain to life. So, many of us have played sports before or have children who have played sports. And a friend of mine had, told me one time, he said, man, Damien, I think the way that people play sports is the way that they play life. So if you watch them on the football field, basketball court, any sport that they doing, they typically play life in the same way. I just want to share with you a story from me raising my kids, and my oldest son was playing football at the time. And so I've always told my son just how to hit, when it comes to, whether you're on defense or offense, the low man, the strong man wins. So if you coming up against something, you have to keep your momentum and you have to run straight through it. Don't be afraid, just go straight through it. And so I remember he had a game against a pretty big kid. When his team was going up against this team, everybody knew that this kid was just tough. And so he just seemed bigger than everybody. He seemed like he was older than all the other kids or whatnot. When my son finally got this ball for the first time, they done like a tight end sweep, gave my son the ball. He ran through the line, ran through the hole. And so here comes this kid that he's lined up with him. And so when they go and make contact, my son does the complete opposite of what I told him. He slowed down, he buckled. This guy picked him up and just drove his shoulder down into my son, and my son hit the ground. And so, he was kind of embarrassed and stuff or whatever. I know it kind of knocked the wind out of him. And so when he got up and came to the sideline, I was able to talk to my son. And I was like, look, dude, I said, remember everything that I taught you. That next time they ran that same play, my son did exactly what I told him. And so he ran through the kid to the point to where, the kid had to be sidelined and stuff. My son was just feeling good about himself. I tell you that story just to equate to life because, my son's been going through some stuff and he's been down. He's been, having like the world on his shoulders and stuff, right? Like I told him, I reminded him of that play. And even though life has knocked him down at one point, life is not knocking him down at this point.